Hey everyone, my name is Taylor Deer and I graduated JMU in May 2013. Saying that is so crazy. I cannot believe it's been 9 years since I graduated JMU. So much has happened over the past 9 years, and if you are worried about graduating, if you are graduating anytime soon, don't be. It's very exciting. There are so many great opportunities lying ahead for you. So, like I said, graduated in 2019 with a concentration in public relations. So yes, I did graduate within the SCOM program. I miss so many things about JMU. JMU, those 4 years were some of the best in my life. I met so many great people. I miss hanging out with my friends on the quad on a beautiful spring day. I miss studying Carrier. I miss E-Hall brunch, and I miss learning from my professors every day. So another thing I just want to say before I move on is if you have the chance to study abroad, please do it. Whether that be for a full semester, a Maymester, or even if it's for a week during spring break. It's one of the best things that you could do during your time at JMU. JMU has a great study abroad program, and there are so many different destinations and programs that you could go through, which is amazing. My study abroad program at JMU is what led me to where I'm at today. It changed my life. And even if you're not looking to go into the travel industry, I do believe that studying abroad is very important during your college career because it introduces you to a whole new world. You get to meet people who may not have grown up the same way you have. It introduces you to beautiful cultures, and it just helps you become independent and grow as a person as well. So if you have the chance, I recommend doing it. So anyway, after graduation, I got a job in public relations at an agency in New York City. I am from New Jersey, so I did go home after graduation, and I was commuting every day into New York. My experiences in PR were awesome. I got to escort Kate Bosworth to an SK2 event. I also was on Good Morning America. I worked with so many great global brands, and it was very exciting. But the only thing is, I deep down felt like I was living another person's dream. So about a year later, I switched to corporate marketing, and I worked in corporate marketing for 5 years before I became a full-time travel blogger and entrepreneur. So during my 5 years working in corporate marketing, I first worked for a Japanese sewing machine company as a marketing and influencer manager. Working as an influencer manager, thinking about it now, it's crazy because I'm now on the other side of it, but it did inspire me to become a blogger. It was a great experience. I also worked for a Japanese medical supply company, and then lastly, I worked for a American women's fashion company. So everything I've learned from SCOM at JMU to all of my corporate jobs, all of those skills I am using in my business today, which I'm so grateful for. So there is no one-way street. You could gain skills in so many different areas, and that's what I love about becoming an entrepreneur, is that you could really use all of your skills to make your business stand out. So at around 25 years old, it was about 2016, I was feeling bored in life and also in my career. And I did start to travel. That was the first time I traveled internationally since my study abroad trip at JMU. And I took a trip to Greece. I took a trip to Iceland. I traveled around the US. And it really inspired me. And I just started posting a lot of pictures to my personal Instagram at the time. And my aunt, who works for a travel agency in South Florida, recognized that I was traveling a lot, that I was sharing my experiences on social media. And she's the one who actually introduced me to the world of travel blogging. She told me about a lot of successful travel bloggers who were making a living from working with hotels, writing for tourism boards and for press, and also doing videography. And I became very intrigued. So as a side hustle and also as a hobby too, I started blogging for her on the side. And from the second I did it, I fell in love. It wasn't until a few months later that I started my own blog. At the time, it was called Travels with Taylor. And I was just writing travel diaries and just like sharing some of the low quality cell phone pics that I was taking. I loved it so much. I actually was writing a blog post every single week, even though I had a full-time corporate job. About a year into it, I decided to take the leap of faith and start blogging full-time. It was time for me. I felt that, you know, I was at a good place to do it. I was 26 years old. This was in early 2018. And from the start, I started treating every single thing I did as a business. And that includes educating myself on the business of blogging. Because I will admit that I didn't know how to monetize my blog at first. So what I did was I just bought all these different courses from bloggers and entrepreneurs who have become successful over the past decade. I learned about affiliate marketing, SEO, how to edit photos, how to use Instagram to make money, and I could go on. There are so many different courses that I took, and I'm so grateful for all of them. And then I also hired a website designer. I also hired a developer, a Pinterest manager, and that's pretty much how I got started. And I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I've traveled to close to 50 countries, 34 US states, and I've worked with so many big Fortune 500 companies. I've worked with NASDAQ to the Four Seasons, and I've also worked with Chevrolet to Celebrity Cruises. I've worked with a lot of destination tourism boards, lifestyle brands from Walgreens to Sony, to New Jersey hospitals. And just in general, I've met so many incredible people along the way. And if I could give you all a piece of advice, especially if you are nervous about graduating, is just to take advantage of any and every opportunity you get to gain your skills. So if you're interested in photography, even if it has nothing to do with your major, take a photography class, even if it's online for a few days. And if you don't want to work in a corporate environment, or if you don't want to work at an office, that's okay. There are so many great opportunities that come with working at a corporation. There's so many great ways to grow and move up the ladder, but it's not the only way. With your college degree, there is so much that you can do, and I wish someone would have told me that from the beginning, because I was very lost. I thought that, working in a cubicle was the only way for me, and for a while it just, because it wasn't for me, it just put me down. I wish someone would have told me that there were a lot of great ways to start a business, and nowadays there's so much more opportunity out there in the online space. And also, it's okay if you don't know where you want to live after graduating as well. I honestly didn't want to go back to my hometown, but that was the only option I had at the time, or so I thought. And nowadays, even if you don't work in the travel industry, there's so many opportunities for you to become a digital nomad and work from anywhere in the world. A lot of companies too are becoming more remote, so that is such a great opportunity. And if you want to start an online business, even if you are working a corporate job, do it. Just do it. Do the things that make you happy. Follow your passions. Follow the things that really just ignite your soul. I know that sounds really cheesy, but it's those things that really help you succeed. So I'm going to end it with that, and I want to thank you all for having me. I wish all of you the best of luck and enjoy your time at JMU. It goes so fast. So thank you again. Bye, guys.